WWE has spent over a decade trying to build a new top babyface that could replace John Cena, because after Cena left to make some movies, the company tried everything to create their new replacement. They had Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Austin Theory, the list goes on, but those wrestlers never reached the true captivation that Cena had in regards to being the face of the company, other more than Cody Rhodes himself. Cody Rhodes returned to WWE at WrestleMania 38, presenting the WWE Universe with the presentation that he had given himself in All Elite Wrestling. Only this time the crowd had loved him for it, while in AEW on the other hand...
Those belts, Tony. There was another one. Somebody threw the belt back in the ring.
Cody Rhodes went through a ride of a lifetime to get where he's at, and all that journey has felt authentic and engaging, which is what led him to be positioned as WWE's top face of the company. Something we should all universally agree upon. And yet you already want to turn him heel? What the fuck? Hola everyone, my name is Nando, and for today's video, I'm here to dive into the topic as to why Cody Rhodes should not turn heel for the time being, and why doing so will be one of WWE's biggest creative missteps in this era alone. Let's get into this. Ever since John Cena began stepping back from WWE to focus on his acting career, WWE's been in search of his true successor. Not just someone who wins titles or main events all their shows, but a true face of the company, a moral anchor, a real-life superhero, a role model for children. The biggest case they had in trying such an experiment was Roman Reigns. He had the basic necessity of potential to have him be the next big thing. Thing is though, they pushed him too far into the sun and they watched him burn into a crisp without even doing anything about it. In short, here were the problems. So after Seth Rollins broke up the Shield, every Shield member went on to change their whole presentation about themselves, while Roman Reigns on the other hand kept the Shield gear, Shield entrance, and the Shield theme song. For some reason. And it's within that breakup that Seth and Dean went to exchange their fueled hatred for each other in one of WWE's most memorable feuds of 2014. And what was Roman doing? He was just focusing on the world champion. Nothing, Biggie. Which already begins a huge disconnect to the fans. Your own brother betrayed you and you're just gonna do nothing about it? And then through that, Roman was just swerving through and ranking up the main event scene, and of course it never felt natural. It just felt formulaic and it never worked. And it took WWE nearly 6 years to make them realize that Roman is just better off as a heel. Case closed. And on the topic of Seth Rollins now, while he is a veteran of the company, I think it's just too late to have him be considered as the face of the company. Plus, I think he's way better being presented as a heel than a face. And then you get Austin Theory. Man, I really like Theory, I really do. But let's be real, do you see WWE having any hope in him to giving him another push? They made him cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase on a mid-card title, and he still failed. They had his childhood hero come up to him on live TV to admit that he doesn't care, nor believes in him, nor does the crowd even care about him in the slightest. My lord, how would you still work in that place after that? Back to Cody Rhodes. This man asked for his release when he knew WWE didn't believe in him. He wanted to be their quarterback, but WWE thought otherwise. So Cody had to leave and do his own work to help elevate his career in the indie scene, even creating what we know as today as All Elite Wrestling. And his comeback was so inspiring that WWE just had to bring him back because they knew he was their guy. He came back with the sole mission of finishing a story that his family couldn't, and that was to win a world champion, especially for his father. And he grinded his way to make sure he had earned the opportunity for it. The moment that got the WWE Universe in support of Cody was how he committed to doing a near 30-minute match with a purple titty. While irresponsible to let a broken man still wrestle, it showed his commitment and fiercefulness that he was willing to do anything to put the company on his back and make the best show possible. And a stunt like that probably helped his chances, as it led him to winning the 2023 Royal Rumble match. A Rumble that had fans conflicted because they also wanted Sami Zayn to win it because he was in a big storyline with the Bloodline. But credit to WWE and Cody Rhodes himself, as they managed to create a situation that smoothed any chances of any heat going to Cody. With 1, not having Sammy in the Royal Rumble, and 2, having Sammy and Cody show respect and encouragement for their desires for the World Champion, / being the ones to have the same goal in wanting to dethrone Roman Reigns. It didn't feel like a wrestling segment. It felt like 2 men pushing aside their egos and respecting each other's wishes on trying to accomplish the same goal. Things like that is what got the fans and even me to appreciate Cody, because his return also created a new era for WWE. His presence stood out because he felt more human than character than most of the roster. He's going on Twitter helping families get tickets to shows. He's doing Make-A-Wish. The audience are into everything he does in-ring and on the mic. The finisher story journey gravitated people's love for him. Cody had the difficult task of stepping into Roman's boots to try and make a good reign after Roman's 1,316-day reign as Universal Champion, and yet he did a pretty good job. Well, up until he was stuck doing that stupid celebrity stuff with Travis Scott and that really bad heel run from John Cena. So now we're in the middle of John Cena's heel retirement tour. There's been many teases that John Cena could go back to being a babyface sooner rather than later, while fans are wanting to see Cody turn heel at the same time, as it's something that The Rock has stated that he also wanted from him. Now, heel Cody Rhodes? He was magical. A cocky, arrogant heel who fully embraced the role of an entitled outsider. He acted like a spoiled Hollywood invader, dressing in flashy suits, smoking cigars, and constantly reminding fans and wrestlers of his legacy and connections. Now, while that was lovely, the time has passed as he's been more of a bad guy than a good guy his entire career. And now, if that still doesn't convince you, let me ask you this. Say we turn Cody Rhodes heel right now. Who is going to replace him? Let's see the options so far. Jey Uso. He's more of a kid-friendly side character than he is a main character taking the role for the face of the company. Braun Breaker. Maybe a possibility, but I just see him being benefited as just being the company's big monster than the face of the company. I.e. kind of like the company's Brock Lesnar. Carmelo Hayes. My brother, I'm sorry, I feel bad for him. He's the face of the company in catering, man. This dude has no chances of survival on this. And, oh wow, that's really all I could find. Oh my gosh, this company is cooked. Do not turn Cody Rhodes heel. You have no one else. What makes Cody Rhodes special is the fact that he's sincere. He's not playing a character. He is the character. And after all these years of watching overly scripted, overly forced babyfaces, WWE had finally found someone who made being a babyface feel cool again. And that was my reasoning as to why Cody Rhodes should not turn heel as of now. In your opinion, if Cody were to turn heel, who do you think should replace him as the top face of the company? Let me know down below. Subscribe now as I make videos every single week. Ciao.